Right. Good people, let's talk about it. Let's talk about being a foreigner in a strange, different culture, country, 8,000 miles away from where you were possibly born and raised. Let's talk about how you manage your emotions and your feelings. How is it that you can survive? There is a key to survival. And when I say a key to survival, I'm saying just some basic understandings that you need to have. And that is in your relationships, right off the bat, there's going to be an attraction, or somewhere down the line, there's going to be an attraction that causes the relationship. And whether you realize it or not, there's a point in time when you're going to consciously or subconsciously say, this relationship really is no good for me. These points and these factors indicate that this is not going to be something that's going to be beneficial, or it's going to be enriching my well-being. You're gonna notice that. You're gonna see that. Now, whether or not you take it to heart, whether or not you act upon it, that's another thing. But what I'm saying is that when you're in the fourth quarter, 8,000 miles away from where you were born, one thing you need to do is you need to acknowledge your first impression, your first indication that that relationship is what? No good for you. That there's some things about it that is just not going to set well with you. And you see them, but yet, because of the woody-woo, you tend to cover that up and overlook it. Some people call it red flags, etc., etc. You see, what I'm saying is, when you recognize that that relationship is no good, and if you continue in the relationship, then that's when you have to pull out your scale of reason and say, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Why am I saying this? Because you can get over here and get involved in a relationship, and it can literally set your soul on fire. It can literally cause you tremendous problems, okay? And what you don't want to do is 8,000 miles away from home in a relationship that you knew was no good, in a relationship that is a host of red flags, okay? And yet you continued into it. What you have to do is you have to have the strength and the fortitude to know when to call it off, when to call it quits, when to move on. Whether you move on abruptly, whether you move on slowly, however you choose to do it. But one thing you got to remember is this: who the person is that you're dealing with, how that breakup can affect you and your stay in the Philippines. Now, certain professional people, police, government people, you probably need to be careful how you move forward, how you move away from the relationship, because they could certainly word of mouth cause you a lot of problems. Okay, they could badmouth you, and next thing you know, you can be in a world of trouble. So anyhow, the key is when you know the relationship is no good, decide to call it off. Decide to call it quits. Call it quits, and don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to be by yourself. Okay? Don't be afraid to start all over. Not start all over, but to start anew. Most people say start all over. To start anew. To start a new relationship. Okay? Because if you start a new relationship, hey man, it's just like the month you touched down in Manila for the very first day. Okay? You starting all over. Pull out your playbook and go for it. All right? But the key that I want to get across to you today is when the relationship is no good, recognize that it's no good. Remember when you met the person, the doubts that you had, the questions that you had, the things that rose up and appeared to be red flags. Remember those things. And when you remember them, use them as justifications, right, to move on. And then what do? Move on. Move on either swiftly, slowly, or at whatever pace you feel is reasonable. But the main thing is that you decide to move on, because being stuck in a bad relationship 8,000 miles away from home is no joke. Listen, good people, one thing for sure and two for certain, when you help other people from the bottom of your heart, you're truly helping yourself. Now, what I want you to understand is that you're going to encounter more bad relationships than you're going to encounter good ones. Okay? So just be, that's the reason why I'm giving you this tad bit of information, because you're going to have more bad ones than good ones. It's just the game. It's just a numbers game. Okay? There's going to be just so many people that's going to, be in your corner. That this type of relationship is going to work. Communication problems, money problems, ego problems, insecurity problems, the whole 9 yards. Everything is going to play a part in making the relationship work or not work. OMG. Look what I'm standing up under. One of them smack you in the top of the head. It's like, it's all over, brother. It's all over. Your skull is cracked in two. Okay, so big man gonna move on from up under here, and what we gonna do is we're gonna go over here and deal with the rest of the people. And I just wanted to drop those little things on you guys today so that you can put some more in your arsenal to come to the Philippines, enjoy your stay, survive. That's what we're trying to do. Survive the fourth quarter, be a winner, and don't take no L's. Okay? So you can't leave your swag and you can't get caught slipping. You got to be on top of your game. Got to be on top of your game. And part of being on top of your game is know when to what? Pull out. Take care. God bless, good people.